Hey everybody, it's Vicki Weber from At Home Author. Today I'm going to tell you my top tips for running awesome AMS ads. AMS stands for Amazon Marketing Services, and they're also known as Amazon ads. The reason why this is such a great tool is because when you run ads on social media, sometimes the people are in a shopping mindset, but not always. On the contrary, when people go to Amazon, they are in the mood to shop. That's what they're there for. So your dollar is going to go a lot further and you will see higher conversions. I will caution you, it is a tricky platform to learn at first, but it is such a powerful piece of your marketing plan once you know what you're doing and what you're looking at. The first thing is you need to prepare your book appropriately. What I mean by that is you need to check through and make sure that your metadata appropriately represents your book. So take a look at all the categories that your book is in and double check and make sure that they are good categories for that book. I don't just mean look at the names. I mean go into Amazon and look at those categories and make sure when your book sits among those other books, does it fit? Does it belong? You'd be surprised. There are some categories that don't mean what you might think it means. So make sure, double check, and triple check. Then you'll also want to look at your keywords in KDP. A lot of people don't realize that this is actually what determines what your AMS auto ads are doing. So check that these keywords are highly relevant, highly searched, and are low competition so that your auto ads have the best performance. If you don't know how to do that, I highly recommend that you get Publisher Rocket. If you don't know how to use it, make sure you check our video out all about that. You'll also want to consider your picture book cover. While it might be well illustrated, you need to think of it from a stranger's perspective. What is the cover conveying? Because that will speak volumes to some groups of people, but not others. For example, if your book is silly, but you have a character on the front that looks serious, then people might think that this is a serious book. So, whatever is happening on your cover, do some market research and see what strangers think of when they first see your cover. And then decide, does that align with what the book is about or not? You want people's expectations of the book to match what they get because that will involve happy customers, that will involve more positive reviews, and people sharing your book, which will make your reach even further. Next, you'll want to look at your Amazon product description. This is not the same thing as what you put on the back of your book, and there is a strategy to it. If you want to know more about that, make sure you check out our YouTube video all about how to write product descriptions that convert to sales. Once you have a solid foundation in place, you'll want to start researching how AMS ads work. A lot of people think that if you give AMS $5 a day that they'll take $5 a day, but that's not how it works. Once you've done your research and you have a solid foundation for your book under your belt, you're going to want to start researching how AMS ads work. With social media ads, if you give them $5 a day, they're going to take $5 a day. But with AMS, it's not that simple. If you were to look at my dashboard, I have several ads that have $1,000 per day budget. In reality, I only spend about $300 to $400 a month in ads total. That does not mean that you should start with a daily budget that high. You want to start low and slow because you want to build a strong foundation that you can scale as you see sales and profitability. If you just throw money at the problem, you're going to end up wasting a lot of money, and that's not the purpose of your marketing plan. We want to get in front of the right people, so there is a strategy to that. Once you've created an ad and it's approved and up and running, you are going to want to leave it alone for 1.5 to 2 weeks. This is just because it takes time for the ad to populate and for it to reach its full potential. So you don't want to read the data too soon and make changes too soon. That's another reason why you want to start with low bids and low daily budgets so that during that 2 week period, you don't have to turn things off and you don't have to mess with it. After that learning phase is over, you're going to read the data. When you go into the ad and you look at your targeting, if you are not getting enough impressions, you need to increase your per click spend. If you're getting too many impressions, you need to decrease the per click spend. And then you'll also want to look at your ACoS. Very simply, that is the ratio between your spend and your sales. So the lower your A cost, the higher your profit margins. You'll want to do the actual math to figure out what your break even A cost is. But at first, this is a number that you're going to want to ignore a little bit because the platform needs to learn your book and it needs to learn about your target audience. Once you understand the type of ads you're running, you understand your target audience, and you've been messing with your ads, your goal is going to be to keep that A cost low, but your sales high. Easier said than done, I know. So, if you want to learn more, we do have a self paced course that teaches you much more about AMS ads and how to build a solid foundation for your books before even running those ads. You can find that link in the description below. I also offer AMS coaching that you can book on the athomeauthor.com website. But if you find that you don't have time to learn the AMS ads platform or you simply don't want to, that's something we can help you with as well. We do offer select clients AMS ads monthly management. You do need to apply, but you can find that link in the description below as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more publishing tips and tricks. As always, I hope this has been helpful.